Hello everyone, so here's a problem from the homework. This is number 1 on the sheet with the exponent problems and the substitution problems. So we're going to get started on this, and following my steps here, you should be able to do the same steps for the other problems. So here we have 3y cubed over 4xy cubed times 4yx to the negative 3 power. So first we're going to follow order of operations. Like I said in the class, the division line, the fraction line, serves as its own parentheses. So with that being said, we're going to multiply the two bottom terms. Move down here. So two bottom terms are 4xy cubed times 4yx to the negative 3. So now we're going to multiply the 4's by the 4's, because those are the only numbers. So that gives us 16. Now we're going to multiply the x by the x to the negative cubed. So x, since there's no power, we know that to be x to the first power. So this should be seen as x to the 1 minus 3 power. Remember, we're following the product rule. What is really happening, it's 1 plus a minus 3, but because of sign numbers, 1 minus 3, it becomes 1 minus 3, so now we are left here with x to the negative 2 power. So here we have 16x to the negative 2. I hope you guys see that's a 2. And now we multiply the y's, and now we have y to the 3 times y, which becomes y to the 3 plus 1. That is a terrible y. Equals y to the 4th power. So in total, the term that we have on the bottom is 16x to the negative 2 power times y to the 4th power. So now let's replace the bottom of the equation with that. We're going to scroll back up here. Remember, on the top we had 3 times y cubed. So now we're going to rewrite that. 3 times y cubed. And on the bottom now, we have 16x to the negative 2 power. That is a 2, not a z. And y to the 4th power. So now we're going to divide these. Fortunately for us, 3 doesn't divide into 16 evenly, so we can leave that alone. And really all we have to worry about at this point is the y for now. So here we have 3 over 16. We don't have any x's to subtract. And now, following the quotient rule, we have y to the 3 minus 4, which is equal to y to the negative 1. So on the top we have y to the negative 1. And on the bottom we have x to the negative 2. So now our last step is to follow the negative property. Remember, if we have a negative result, we have to flip it over the reciprocal, or flip it over, bring it to the top of the fraction. So on the top we had 3y to the negative 1 and 16x to the negative 2. So following the negative rule, all we have to do is have the y to the negative 1 switch places with the x to the negative 2. Realistically, that's happening separately, but it's just convenient that both of them are negative, so they just need to be flipped over. So our final answer, which you should already have, will be 3x squared over 16y. And that's our final answer. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll try to get back to you in a timely manner.